Yeah, what I want to talk to you guys about is how to is sampling even necessary to make a hit song? And to be honest with you, people say that it's necessary. It makes it much more simpler. But what I have to simply say about it is I believe that idea is just honestly just real bull crap. Because honestly, when you really look at things about music, is that you have to realize about music is that there is a saying, I know I've said this a million times, but honestly, if you enjoy doing what you're doing, and if, of course, if you're a musician and you enjoy doing what you're doing, you enjoy playing with the equipment and all that sort of stuff, obviously, there's no real need to actually make good quality. There's no need to be able to sample songs because any real musician knows that you don't even have to sample to make a basic rhythm. If anything, sampling, if it's even used, and no, in general, I don't think you never need to use sampling. What I think, honestly, that's what you need to do is I know people might bring up the idea, and this is a video just based off of people curious on this subject, is people would simply say, well, we need to know exactly, well, I don't want to waste a lot of time and money. And yes, I do know the business world is no joke, because if you work on a project, okay, and somebody is not making a good is not doing well, uh and they put a lot of their effort, it might have even been their whole family was behind them on it, they're really excited to be on TV and stuff, and your song was not a hit, then that could cause a lot of issues. So honestly, I know that the business world is no joke and people do not like to play games, but at the same time, you also have to realize it's just not necessary, man. You do not have to sample to make a hit song. What you need to do is you need to enjoy doing what you're doing. Just practice, have fun while doing it. And at the same time, if you really want to follow the criteria for a hit song, try to focus specifically on what exactly are the sounds that are popping out at the moment, okay? And not just the sounds, but how's the tuning? What are people into at the moment, okay? Or at least if it's, so, and at the same time, you know, try to also kind of focus on what time of the year is it, okay? Is this supposed to be, are you releasing your song during summertime? Because I know for summertime, I'm not going to be listening to songs that sound a particular way. Like, would anybody be listening to, like, at least back in the days when this song was popular, would be listening to the song Beautiful by Pharrell during wintertime? Does that sound like a song, like, just in general, listening to it, does it sound like a song that would fit for wintertime? I don't think so. So it's the same thing. You have to focus on what exactly is popular at the moment, and focus on making it unique to you. Um, I mean distinct. That's more like distinct. Which means that you make the song, and because you're having fun, you are very good at doing what you're doing. You're always learning more and more and more. You're willing to learn more and more. And just in general, with the time of the year and stuff, you might simply have a criteria of the different names of the songs, okay? It might say harmless one lead or whatever, any piano riff or whatever it's called. um but at the same time, you might still, even when you're using it, you try to make your own sounds when you're using that. You might hit certain notes, and it doesn't just have to be for a piano, it could be for a guitar, any type of tuning or whatever for any instrument. You could just simply focus on what's popular and just tune it and make it to your standard. And at the same time, you might simply try to make it unique and also say, well, I like this style, I like it this way, I like it that way. This sounds like something that I would really enjoy doing, and it does sound different. Like, you might randomly decide that maybe it's a regular pop song, but you might decide you wanted to add some Middle Eastern. Well, don't do Middle Eastern. They honestly, with what happened to Timbaland, they get pissed. But honestly, try to focus on maybe on a region. You might want to add some Thai notes or something. Maybe you're Thai. Like, just try to have an imagination. And who knows, man? Maybe in general you might just use regular Western Americans type of stuff, and it might turn out that people actually like it, and maybe you even started a trend. So that's honestly the truth about making a hit song. You just simply have to enjoy doing what you're doing, and you also have to be observant and just sing smart. Yeah, but and another thing I also want to talk about is which goes along with this issue is also another issue is you have to realize a hit song is not just based off of just simply, because you also have to look at your aspect, your personal needs. This is not just about the fame game. This is also about you want money for you. So honestly, if you want money for yourself, you know, for yourself, sampling is not a good issue, because you have to realize something about sampling. If you sample somebody and your song becomes a super hit, it might become the next big hit and it's heard across the world. It's so friggin' easy to take advantage of you. It's not even funny, man. It could be everything from the dead relatives of the person who want money in general, and who knows, they might even not even be a good family. They might be nasty, but at the same time they don't freaking care. Like, they're just thinking to themselves, like, you made a hit song, you made a hit song, I'm pissed because I want money for it. And what, and my relative has been dead, and you're thinking to yourself, well, it was only for like 30 seconds I even use your thing. But they might make an argument, oh well, but you still use it, and they might make come with some bull crap, well, you made so much money off of it and it was for 5 minutes, so I need this amount of money. Like just all of these annoying things, they might claim that the hook that made a song popular, that you use it off of a sample. And that's just the family members. That's not including the people who might have worked with him, who, and this is someone probably from like the 1970s, because the 70s is the most sampled music genre of the time, like disco and all that sort of music. Like, really, I'm not making this up. That's the truth. Even for people who use real instruments, I think. But so if you're doing that and you're making a hit song and everybody is hopping on, is trying to take advantage of it, next thing you know, you might have the whole crew who worked with the original musician who want a piece of it. Okay, maybe the dead relatives want a piece of it at the same time too. Maybe some of his ex-girlfriend, and their children and his grandsons want it. What if they had a huge amount of children? Like just in general, it brings up it's a very hard thing to do, because you don't know people's situations in life they're going through. You don't know what excuses people might pull off, and at the same time, you don't know how many people might have been involved in that person's life, because it was 30 something years ago, man. And who knows, maybe that person wasn't even relevant at the time. He was just like a nobody, and then all of a sudden everybody just popping up, and you might have some other people who are copycat musicians who themselves are claiming that he stole the song from this. This is some 1970s stuff. This is the time period where people were watching Soul Train and Big Albert and with puffy hairs and all that sort of stuff. And this is some stuff you would have imagined people would have forgotten, but they're simply saying, oh, yeah, hold on a second. So, like I was saying before, you might have a bunch of people who might be involved in it, who might be involved. They're claiming each other stole each other's stuff, and you're being brought up in some drama 30 something years ago. Like people, like like, and you lose a huge chunk of your profits. It's no wonder why celebrities nowadays are always going broke. So in general, it's not necessary. What you needed to do is you just need to simply find your career path, and you simply need to find a way to just work hard. I don't even think it's that much work. If you even enjoy making the music, and honestly, that is what you need. So honestly, to just sum up the question, you don't need sampling to make a hit song. And that's my video. And subscribe if you want to be updated with my latest videos. And that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching.